Scary story time on high had tapeworms while I make slime. Isn't that just so cute? Yeah. I was like 4 or 5 at this time and I got it from the sandbox. And I think they were pinworms. Get your money's worth and let it drain. Yeah. I didn't forget. I was with my mom and my grandma and I got it from the sandbox, right? So one day I was just scooting on the floor like a dog. They had noticed it and they were like, maybe she's just crazy. Maybe she's just a weirdo, right? And time goes on, and then they realize, wait a second, she's still doing this. Let's take her to the hospital. Worms, I think it was pinworms, not tapeworms. You know, it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. They took me. Okay, cool. And then the doctor seen that they were worms all over my no-no areas. I'm so happy this didn't happen to me like at an age where I could remember, because I would never be the same. They shined like a special light on my no-no areas, and they were just there crawling. Like, you know, nothing's crazy about that. They were just looking at us. So they basically gave me medication to flush it out, and they also gave me a shot on my butt. Scary story time on high was stalked and chased by racist white men while I make slime. It wasn't just me, it was me, my sisters, and my dad's girlfriend. Get your money's worth and let it drain. So right down the street from Las Vegas High School, there is this freaking burrito spot. She takes us or whatever, and we notice that there is these white men in these red trucks, like just playing kind of like weird racist music, but we're minding our business because they're minding theirs, right? And we make it to the burrito spot, whatever, cool, right? And why does my freaking shaving cream activate my slime? So we get our burritos or whatever, and we walk out and we notice that we don't see this truck anymore. So we're still walking, and then next thing you know, we see the truck pull in to go to the gas station. Even though they were just parked somewhere else, they're pulling to the gas station. Okay, cool. So we're still walking, we're chatting, we're smacking it up. And why does me and my dad's girlfriend, we peeped that this red truck keeps spinning the block. So my dad's girlfriend told us to speed it up so we can make it home, whatever. Okay, cool. So we start walking faster, and we don't see this red truck anymore, whatever. We make it to the gate of Las Vegas High School, which was my high school. So we're walking, and then we start to hear this loud music, right? So we turn around and we see the same, you know, red truck with these white men inside. But this time they're screaming at us, and they're basically screaming like, you know, the N-word, and they throw beer cans and like some thing with liquid in it, but it misses us. And we started to my dad's girlfriend told us to run, so we started to run, and they started to like say, run, N-word, run. Like, it's not funny. But that's what they started to say, right? So I'm sitting here, I'm running, I'm booking it, right? As soon as they sped up that car, I was like, we ain't making it. Like, they're on the car, we're on foot, like, we're not gonna make it. And they're literally just screaming racial slurs at us. And then they just speed off, laughing. And we literally, like, okay, so how... We lived in the gated community that was right next to Las Vegas High School. We literally ran, booked it, and then jumped the fence to our house. And we locked all the doors, and we were just quiet for a good hour. And I'm not even gonna lie, we were all scared, even my dad's girlfriend. That was one of the scariest racial things that I've been through, or racist things that I've been through. But it's not the scariest, I won't lie to you. And by the way, to the people in my last video talking about oh, that's what you get because you listen to Melanie Martinez. Put a pin in that, pause the conversation. First of all, I literally stated in the beginning of the video that freaking story time was 3 years old. So yes, I was listening to Melanie Martinez 3 years ago because I didn't know that she was accused of being a freaking rapist. I guess this is just my opinion, but I don't think anybody deserves to get raped or sexually assaulted. So for the people in my comments talking about oh, that's what you get, you got raped. For one, I was never raped. I never once claimed in that video that I was ever sexually assaulted, so I don't know where y'all are getting that one from. Y'all just need to listen to the video next time. I don't listen to Melanie Martinez anymore, okay? Ask that question before you start saying mean, hurtful things. Anyways, this bad boy, this is the best glue. I'm not sponsored yet, but this is the best glue, especially if you're working with laundry detergent. Comes out thick and nice every single time. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Scary story time about my haunted house update. Y'all need to get y'all money's worth and let it drain. I don't want to put too much. I was on live the other day, and people literally heard my bathroom door opening and shutting. Like, they heard it, and I think they seen it too. Yesterday, I was in the kitchen, and why does the freaking sink turn on? Like, just turned on out of nowhere. And then, like 20 minutes after that happened, the freaking bathroom door swung open. Just swung open. People ask me, am I like scared? I mean, since I've lived here for so long, I'm not really scared. Like, it's a normal thing that be happening. Like, don't get me wrong, there's sometimes where I get goosebumps. I think I have them now, but yeah, like when I'm home alone, I will literally stay in one spot with the covers over my head. Earlier today, I seen the little boy like at the top of the stairs. I think something's looking at me through that window. We used to have like a dog here, and she would literally just bark at like random corners of the house. Just barking, just like one spot and barking, or she'll just look at it. I'm gonna address some things also. People keep saying, why haven't you left? Are you gonna buy me a house? Are you gonna send me money to get a new house? That's what I thought. So yes, I live in a haunted house, but I also still live in America. So I take my chances with the ghosts and I take my chances with the people on the street. Like, we also pray, y'all. Like, we pray. I'm a religious person. My family is religious. So we definitely pray. It's not like I'm just living in a haunted house, like, you know, summoning them. And to address another thing, so the people in my comments talking about some, can you wipe your fingers off? Like, I can't stand it. I am playing with slime, y'all. My fingers are gonna have slime hands. It's not like I'm walking around with slime fingers all day long. I'm not. So far, the ghosts that I know that are in this house, the little boy at the top of the stairs, the kitchen lady, I've never seen her, and I pray I never see her. The other lady that like be over there, the little girl that I seen, and then that creepy, scary burnt one. Y'all, I just got goosebumps. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this.
Scary story time. The house I live in is haunted, part 2, y'all. So here's a minor scary update. Get your money's worth and let it drain. I didn't forget. A couple days ago, y'all, I was in the kitchen talking to my boyfriend late at night, right? I'm just yapping, running my mouth, and next thing you know, I see something under me. I couldn't make this up, y'all. I see something under me, right? And at first, for a split second, I had thought it was my auntie trying to scare me because she scares me all the time. I realized the door is closed. My auntie would have had to open the door, and I'm standing right next to the door. She would have had to open the door to scare me. After I realized, wait a second, that's not my auntie, I freaking screamed. I swear this happened. Like, my boy, I literally freaking screamed, and I was like, and I was trying to like catch my freaking breath, y'all, because it literally took the breath out of me. I'm like hyperventilating, and my boyfriend's like, what's going on? Are you good? Like, he sounds so concerned over the phone. I was like, no, like he kept saying, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? And I'm trying to get it out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, oh my god. Something just appeared underneath me. And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I was like, I swear I could not make this up. Something literally popped out of nowhere under me. Like, how can I make this make sense to y'all? So let's say I'm talking to y'all and then something right here, like I look down and then something's like underneath the table crouching. That's exactly how I tried to explain it. It was like something was directly underneath me and it was making the most ugliest face I've ever seen. And the reason why I thought it was my auntie was because like it had a bun on the top of his head and my auntie has a bun on the top of her head. So I thought it was her. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like the crap. Okay. I was telling my man, like, I don't know what I just seen. And I was trying to catch my breath, and he was just like, calm down or whatever. And he believed me, and I'm happy I have a man that believes what I was telling him. So me and my man decided to go to sleep at like 2 something, right? And I decided to stay up a little longer. I stayed up like maybe 30 minutes after that. It's like 3 o'clock at this point. And I felt like somebody was watching me the entire time. The feeling just wouldn't go away. So I was like, okay, it's time for me to go to bed. Like I can't do this, right? And it was the same feeling that I kind of described before, like the weird feeling of being watched. And I was like, okay, I can't do this, whatever. And so I lay down, I'm going to sleep, and then I have a freaking scary dream about the place that I'm living in, right? In the dream, it was this ominous feeling, right? And I was with my sisters and auntie. So I'm with my sisters, and my sister was like, do you feel that feeling in the dream? And I'm like, yeah. And next thing you know, like I'm looking around, and like the places that were holy were highlighted with yellow. Like it was like a glow. And me and my sister was like, okay, we gotta go get my other sister from upstairs. So we book it upstairs, and the little girl that I was talking about that lives here before, my younger sister grabs her. But my younger sister is upstairs in the dream, and I see the little girl, and I don't know my little sister has her. So I grab her, and then my sister was like, no, don't grab her because I don't know where she just came from. So I peeped it, and I like kind of pushed her against the wall, and I'm holding her. And when I tell you she like transfigured into like this black ugly thing, I can't even tell y'all. And it was just this ominous feeling in that whole entire dream. So I was trying to wake myself up, and I woke myself up like pinching my blanket, and when I woke up, I seen this thing in the corner. Like, when I tell you, it was like this, and it had like a pointy head, and it was black, and I seen its eyes. Like, I can't even, y'all, this was outside of my dream. Like, I can't even, I'm trying to make it make sense, but like, y'all, you just have to be there. So I literally went to my grandma. Like, I ran to my grandma, and then I laid next to her, and she was like, what are you doing? Like, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning at this point. She over here thinking I'm tripping. I'm over here thinking I'm going crazy. And then, you know, I told her in the morning time, because my family doesn't really believe in telling bad dreams at night, because, you know, they can come true. I don't know. But yeah, that's the update, y'all. I'll update if any more creepy stuff happens. But when I tell you, like, there's something here and it's getting uglier. But it's like the thing that I seen in the kitchen and the thing that I seen in the corner, they're not the same. Like, I got 2 different vibes from it. The one that I seen in the corner was just pure evil. It was like the one I seen in the kitchen was joking around, trying to scare people. I don't know how to make that make sense. Might sound like a crazy person. Scary things that happened to me growing up while I make slime. Instead of giving y'all like one scary thing that happened to me per video, I thought to give y'all like a couple of video. I don't know. Get your money's worth and let it drain. I didn't forget. No, I didn't. First thing on the top of the list is the mountain lion experience. So I grew up in this small town called Monrovia, and when I tell y'all, like, there's so many bear break-ins and mountain lion sightings in Monrovia, like, it's insane. So my grandfather, he had this avocado tree in his front yard, and I remember I was outside swinging on it like Tarzan, okay? I had a strong freaking sense that something was freaking watching me, and I didn't know what it was. I couldn't freaking make it out, and all I know is I look up and I see a freaking mountain lion sitting on my grandfather's neighbor's fence, just sitting there looking at me like it was enjoying the show right before it ate me. Obviously, I see a big cat, you know, in the corner, and I'm freaking out. So I do one more swing around that avocado tree, and I run in the house and lock all the doors. Yeah. Second on the list is when I almost drowned at a beach. Yeah. As y'all know, I've almost drowned like at least 3 or 4 times, to be fair. This time I was at Laguna Beach in California, and I was like in the ocean, right? So I'm one of those people who do not go far in the ocean. You got me messed up. I'm not drowning out there, okay? Next thing you freaking know, a big old wave hits me and drags me out, right? So in the ocean, there's like this line where the waves hit, and I passed over that. And once you pass over it, it is really hard for you to come back. I'm trying to crawl back. Waves are just slapping me backwards and forth. And my sisters, they're just sitting at the shore like this, just looking at me. In my head, I'm like, at least I get the last thing I see is like my sister smiling, and I just close my eyes ready for it all. And I think what really saved my life was I felt a fish on my foot, and I just started crawling, y'all. I started to crawl. I defeated all odds that day, and I didn't drown in the ocean. Yeah. And my sisters, they were just laughing at me when I came back, and I was just like, wow, like, y'all don't really love me. They were talking about, what can I do? I don't know, go get an adult? Like, ugh. Last story of the day is when my older cousin whipped me in front of my friends. Yeah. So me and my other cousin, we ended up making a mess, right? And we were supposed to clean it up, but instead of me cleaning it up, I was like, I'm not cleaning this up because I didn't do the mess, right? So I went outside, and my mom was like, oh, for real? You think you big like that now? And I ran away to the neighbor's house, and I was just outside playing with them, And my mom was like, where did she go? And my cousin snitched on me. It's pitch black at this point. So I go over to girls who went to my school, and I was over there with them. And next thing you know, I see my cousin and my mom walking across the street, and my cousin had a belt in her hand. And I was like, oh my, they're not gonna do this right here, right now. What do y'all think they did? Yeah, so my cousin was like, oh, you didn't want to come back home when we told you to come back home? And so she gets the belt, and she whoops me right there. And mind you, it's the weekend. So I didn't know what I was going to say when school came, okay? So I remember just thinking about it all week long. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? Like, I know they probably spread a rumor around school. Like, they probably talked about it and everything because they were laughing, y'all. When I got to school the following Monday, they asked me, they were like, is your butt okay? And I was like, yeah, it was a feather belt. You know, it didn't hurt. I switched the belt. It was a feather belt. Girl, get out of my face. Yeah, and that was that. So those are the scary things that happened to me, and I hope y'all like this new series. Scary story time while I make slime, haunted bear edition. So I had this bear named Pumpkin. I had Pumpkin ever since I was like 13 years old. Get your money's worth and let it drain. I didn't forget. Pumpkin was definitely my therapy bear. I love Pumpkin, okay? When I moved to New York, I was like 16 years old, and obviously I brought Pumpkin with me. You have to understand, like, Pumpkin, me and Pumpkin, we was like this. We've been through pretty much everything together. So it started very slow, and I started to notice that Pumpkin might be alive. I will put Pumpkin on my bed and then, like, go somewhere, and then when I came back, Pumpkin will be on the floor in the like a spot that I didn't put him in. I know you're probably asking, why didn't you throw him away right then and there? I didn't get a bad vibe. I didn't get like it was like a bad spirit or anything. To be fair, at first me and my grandma were like playing it off and we're like, no, like there's no way he's doing that on his own. Slowly and surely, Pumpkin is just like, the subtleness ain't being subtle no more. Like I will put him somewhere and then he would be on the other side of the room. My grandma started to tell me that Pumpkin is like creeping her out. I'm gonna have to do something with Pumpkin, right? At first, I wasn't that creeped out. Like I didn't care that much up until I remember like I put Pumpkin on my bed and then I went to go take a shower. Why was Pumpkin upside down on the other side of the room? And I was like, okay, no. I had a big attachment to this bear, and I told my grandma, I was like, yeah, Pumpkin is starting to scare me too. And me and my grandma had literally put Pumpkin on the chair, and as we're talking, I look back and Pumpkin's on the floor upside down looking at us. My grandma automatically was like, yeah, like we have to do something with it. I'm probably gonna wash it, pray over it, you know, whatever. I'm over here thinking my grandma gonna pray, fix my baby, bring my baby back. Tell me why. I asked my grandma like a couple days later, you know, where's Pumpkin? And she's like, oh yeah, I threw Pumpkin away. Oh, tears started to form in my eyes because like I said, I had an attachment. I was like, what do you mean you threw Pumpkin away? She was like, I'm telling you, I just didn't get a good feeling. It just felt so unsettling. And when I went off to work, I dropped Pumpkin off in a random dumpster. I said, I'm sorry, but you're not Pumpkin anymore. Y'all, I was so sad. Like I called my sister. I was like, she threw Pumpkin away, like, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, Pumpkin wasn't Pumpkin anymore, and Pumpkin started to creep me out. Do y'all still sleep with y'all stuffed animals? I do. I don't care how old I get. Period. Bye. Scary story time on how I found a tracker on my auntie's car while I make slime. My heart was in my booty hole when I found this tracker. Get your money's worth and let it drain. I ain't forget. The day literally started off regular, like nothing changed, everything was normal. So we dropped my auntie off for work and we were minding our business for the day, y'all, okay? We pick my auntie up from work, we go to the store, and we're heading home. And as we're heading home, I get a notification on my phone, and I'm gonna show it on the screen. It says something like Apple AirTag device detected near you. So we're like 20 minutes away from my house at this time, and as soon as I seen that, my heart dropped. I immediately tell my people that there's a tracker on our car because, for one, I don't own an Apple AirTag, and I know they don't own an Apple AirTag. They didn't even know what it was when I brought it up to them. First thought in my head is that somebody wants to kidnap us because I've seen the horror stories of people finding Apple AirTags on their car. I think everybody has. I'm trying to explain to them what an Apple AirTag is. I'm trying to explain to them that it's on our car. I don't know where. You know, I'm trying to explain all of it. I don't think I mentioned this, but it showed me like our house to the store to dropping my auntie off to picking her up. Like it showed us everything. I'm freaked out. I'm trying to figure out when they possibly could have put it on, and then y'all, I see that it says it has been with you since like 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. In my head, it's like somebody's been watching us, like somebody got us, like they're trying to get us, like somebody wants me, like they gonna kidnap me. I don't care how many times I have to say this, y'all. I was freaked out. I'm thinking, oh, if I go missing, they're not gonna care because look at my skin color. Not to mention, I'm not a little girl anymore. They're not gonna put a rush on it. I'm just another black girl going missing in the United States of America. Then we get home, and I immediately am trying to like play off the sound because it gives you an option to play off the sound, and I'm trying to play off the sound to find it around the car. And y'all, I literally, I'm trying to find it. I'm going crazy. My grandma and my auntie, they tell me to chill, and they ended up going down to the police station trying to figure out who owns it. At this point, I tell my friends, I'm telling my man, I'm telling everybody because I was scared. And y'all, look at how pretty she came out. Like, this is my first time having a successful shaving cream slime, okay? We contacted the police. Like, you know, I can't say too much. The police aren't involved, so you already know how that goes. I do want to say, like, every video that I make is not a lie. I tell the truth about every situation because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, this is not the truth, this is not the truth. There's only one video on my page that is not my story. Like, a fan sent me that and it literally says, warning, not my story. You be saying, how do you have so many story times? Y'all understand that I am 2 decades old, right? I'm 2 decades old. So in those 2 decades, a lot of crazy things have happened. But look at the way she bounces though. Like, let me roll her in the ball. This is the first slime that's not sticky. Yay! Scary story time. The house I live in is haunted while I make slime. By the way, I'm home alone while I'm telling y'all this. Anyways, get your money's worth and let it drain. I didn't forget. The reason why I say it's haunted is because this house was built over 100 years ago. And I'm not gonna lie, every now and again, I'm getting chills, hold up. So every now and again, like by the stairs or in my auntie's room, you'll see a freaking face or like a shadow or a figure, something. This one is like, it's like a portal. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense. I know it sounds like so fake, but I'm so serious. I believe that there's 3 portals in this house. The freaking staircase, my auntie's room, and the kitchen. It doesn't make it any better that I'm making slime in the kitchen alone, home alone. The very first like paranormal experience I've had here in this home was like 2 years ago. I was sitting on the couch literally minding my merry old business, and I literally seen a little girl walk into my auntie's room. There is no little girl here. Well, there is a little girl here now, but this little girl had to be like 5 years old, and the little girl who lives here, she was like 2 years old, and she wasn't here when this happened. So yeah, I know. Like every now and again while I'm sitting at the table, I will literally see like a face appear at the stairs, like a little boy. Sometimes it creeps me out, sometimes it doesn't. But the most recent experience I had was, I think 2 days ago. It was dark in here, and I was laying down on the couch, and I literally just felt like I was being watched from all freaking angles, and I hate that feeling. So I was like, you know what, let me lay down and go to sleep. So I lay down and I go to sleep, and I just start having bad dreams, and that only happens when something bad is in the house. I literally start having bad dreams about the house. I was like, oh hecky nah. So I literally got up and I grabbed my grandma's Bible, and I just started like saying like the blood of Jesus. If you're religious, you'll get it. If you're not, then you probably won't understand it. I was so scared, and I just kept saying like the blood of Jesus till I fell asleep, y'all. Like, yeah, the house I live in is definitely haunted. Like I said, it was built in the 1920s, so like it's definitely 100 years old. Like, she old, girl, she old. And spirits walk through here all day, every day. I don't really know how to explain like that, but like you'll see them. I got chilled. I'm definitely gonna have to call somebody after I film this video because I'm literally home alone. My auntie, she sees a kitchen lady, like the kitchen lady, she's dressed in all white, whatever. Creepy, right? Getting chills again. Creepy. My grandma, I don't know if my grandma has ever seen the kitchen lady. I've never seen her. My auntie has. But I seen, oh, chills. I seen like a girl like standing over my grandma while she was sleeping, and she was wearing all white. Y'all, chills. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. I first like came here, specifically this place, like the bathroom door would like open, close, open, close, open, close. Sometimes it does that because of like the pressure. If like this door is open, that door and the window is open, like in the bathroom, then like the pressure will cause the door to open and close. But like there's sometimes where there's no wind outside, there's nothing, the freaking window is closed, and that door would just be opening and closing. It's like they're minding their business, I'm minding mine. Like, well, technically I'm telling their business, but at the end of the day, like, this is an old house and they be all up in here.